Have you been holding Iraqi dinars for years, waiting for that one moment when your investment finally shows real potential? Well, 2025 to that pivotal year. Today we're diving deep into the latest updates on the Iraqi dinar, focusing on a development that has investors talking. The full exchange window for all notes has officially opened. This is a huge step in Iraq's ongoing economic reform efforts, and it could have a significant impact on the dinar's value in the coming months. If you've been tracking the IQD, you know that small changes in policy can lead to big reactions in the market. In this video, we'll explain what the full exchange window means, why it's happening now, and how it could affect everyone holding Iraqi dinars. Stick around because by the end, you'll have a complete understanding of the current Iraqi dinar landscape and what might come next. The Central Bank of Iraq has been working tirelessly to stabilize the nation's currency, and 2025 marks a turning point in those efforts. For decades, the dinar has been caught between an official rate and a market rate, creating confusion for businesses, investors, and everyday citizens. This dual system has made it difficult to determine the true value of the currency and has discouraged both local and international investment. Now, with the full exchange window open for all notes, Iraq is signaling a move toward a more transparent and unified monetary system. Essentially, every holder of the Iraqi dinar now has the opportunity to exchange their notes under the same conditions, reducing uncertainty and building trust in the currency. This is more than just a policy shift. It's a crucial step toward economic stability that could influence the dinar's market behavior. So, what exactly is the full exchange window, and why is it so significant for dinar holders? Simply put, it allows anyone with Iraqi dinar notes, whether they are old or new, to exchange them through official channels. In previous years, certain notes were restricted, creating confusion and leaving some holders uncertain about whether they could redeem their investments. Now, the central bank has made it clear that all notes are eligible for exchange, opening the door for greater liquidity in the market. This move is designed to boost confidence in the currency by demonstrating that Iraq is committed to modernizing its financial system. For investors, this could mean more predictable pricing and reduced risk, which are essential for long-term planning. The timing of this policy change is particularly interesting because Iraq's economy is experiencing some stabilization. Oil revenues, which make up a large portion of the national budget, have been steady in recent months. When oil prices remain stable, it strengthens the government's ability to maintain fiscal balance and support the dinar. Additionally, improvements in the banking sector have made it easier for banks to handle both domestic and international transactions. These changes, combined with the full exchange window, suggest that Iraq is preparing for a more robust and reliable currency system. For holders of the dinar, these steps may provide reassurance that the government is actively managing economic risks and taking steps to support the currency's value. Another key factor behind the dinar's recent movements is Iraq's effort to reduce its budget deficit. By spending less than it earns through oil sales and other revenue streams, the government is demonstrating fiscal discipline. This is important because a lower deficit often leads to increased confidence in the national currency. Investors and traders paid attention to these policies as they can influence currency demand. The combination of reduced deficit, stable oil revenues, and a more accessible exchange system is creating an environment where the dinar could gradually strengthen. While major overnight changes are unlikely, these incremental improvements can pave the way for more stable currency trends in 2025 and beyond. It's also worth noting that the Central Bank of Iraq has been actively increasing its foreign currency reserves. These reserves act as a safety net, allowing the central bank to intervene if the dinar experiences volatility against major currencies like the US dollar. A strong reserve provides reassurance to both domestic holders and international investors that Iraq has the tools to maintain currency stability. With the full exchange window now open, the increased reserves could further support smooth operations and reduce the risk of sudden market shocks. This combination of transparency, accessibility, and financial preparedness represents a significant milestone in Iraq's long-term plan for the dinar. Investors should also pay attention to the international context surrounding the dinar. Global currency markets and heavily influenced by factors beyond Iraq's borders. Changes in the US dollar, oil prices, and geopolitical events can all affect the dinar's value. While the full exchange window is a positive domestic development, holders of the currency must consider how these global factors could impact potential returns. Staying informed about international trends, along with local Iraqi policy updates, is essential for anyone planning to exchange or invest in dinars in 2025. So, how might this full exchange window influence everyday holders of Iraqi dinars? For one, it simplifies the process for those who have been unsure about redeeming their notes. Previously, holders might have faced limitations or uncertainty about which notes were accepted at official banks. Now, all notes are eligible, which increases confidence and reduces anxiety. Furthermore, this move could encourage more active participation in the market, as more holders may choose to exchange their notes. A higher level of participation could lead to a more realistic and stable market rate, which benefits both local and international investors. It's important to set realistic expectations for what the full exchange window might mean for the dinar's value. Major currency revaluations are extremely rare, and the majority of changes occur gradually. While the opening of the exchange window is a positive step, it doesn't guarantee that the dinar will suddenly reach high valuation levels overnight. Currency markets are influenced by a combination of domestic policies, economic fundamentals, and global sentiment. For holders, patience and careful monitoring of ongoing developments are key. Understanding the long-term trajectory of the Iraqi economy and its currency can help investors make informed decisions rather than reacting to short-term fluctuations. Political stability remains a critical factor for the Iraqi dinar. Despite improvements in economic policy and banking infrastructure, Iraq continues to face challenges related to governance and security. These challenges can affect investor confidence and influence the market's perception of the dinar. However, the decision to open the full exchange window demonstrates that the central bank is actively working to build a more resilient financial system. By taking clear, measurable steps to unify currency operations, Iraq is sending a message that it is serious about long-term economic reform, which could gradually attract more trust from investors both domestically and internationally. For those holding large quantities of dinars, the timing of exchanging notes could be crucial. While the window allows all notes to be exchanged, factors like market timing, banking accessibility, and policy announcements may influence the ideal moment to act. Some holders might choose to exchange gradually, while others could wait to see how the market stabilizes following this policy shift. Consulting financial advisors familiar with currency investments can help holders make strategic decisions. Understanding the full scope of Iraq's monetary policies and how they interact with global economic conditions is essential to managing risk effectively. It's also useful to consider the broader economic reforms Iraq is undertaking alongside the currency measures. The government is focusing on infrastructure improvements, job creation, and better financial regulation. These steps aim to strengthen the domestic economy, which in turn can provide more solid backing for the dinar. A stronger economy often means more confidence in the currency, and this can gradually influence exchange rates. For investors, observing these reforms can provide insights into the likely trajectory of the dinar and the level of risk associated with holding it in 2025 and beyond. The banking sector's modernization is another significant factor supporting the dinar. Banks are now better equipped to process international transactions, which facilitates trade and investment. Improved banking systems make it easier for businesses to operate, which strengthens the overall economy and indirectly supports currency stability for holders of Iraqi dinars. This development reduces one layer of uncertainty, as reliable banking operations ensure that exchanges and conversions are processed smoothly. The full exchange window complements these improvements by making all notes officially recognized, thereby reducing the chance of discrepancies between market and official rates. It's important to understand how foreign currency reserves tie into long-term stability. Iraq's central bank has been steadily increasing its reserves of US dollars and euros, which can be used to support the dinar if necessary. High reserves give the government more flexibility to stabilize the currency during periods of volatility. Combined with the full exchange window, these reserves make it more feasible for holders to exchange dinars without fear of sudden disruptions. In essence, Iraq is building a safety net for the currency, and this provides reassurance to investors that the dinar is being actively managed with stability in mind. For new investors considering Iraqi dinars, the full exchange window may increase confidence in the currency's legitimacy. Previously, uncertainty about which notes were exchangeable could deter potential investors. Now, with all notes eligible, new participants may feel more secure entering the market. However, it's critical to remember that currency investment is not a guaranteed path to wealth. Patience, research, and understanding economic fundamentals are essential. For anyone considering entering the dinar market in 2025, it's a long-term opportunity rather than a short-term profit scheme. Global economic trends will continue to play a role in the dinar's outlook. Movements in the US dollar, oil prices, and international investor sentiment can all affect the currency. While Iraq's domestic policies, including the full exchange window, are positive steps, external factors can create volatility. Investors should stay informed about these trends and understand that fluctuations are part of currency markets. Diversifying investments and avoiding overexposure to a single currency can help manage potential risks while still allowing holders to benefit from long-term improvements in the Iraqi economy and the dinar's stability. In addition to policy and economic factors, transparency is now a critical aspect of Iraq's currency management. By opening the full exchange window, the government is signaling that it wants all holders to have equal access to official exchange processes. This level of transparency builds trust among domestic and international investors. Over time, this can lead to more stable demand for the dinar, as holders feel more confident that the currency is being managed responsibly. It's a strategic move that could influence market perception and gradually support the dinar's strength. In conclusion, 2025 marks a crucial year for the Iraqi dinar. The opening of the full exchange window for all notes is a significant step in modernizing Iraq's currency system. Combined with improvements in the economy, banking sector, and foreign reserves, this policy could positively influence the dinar over time. However, it's important to remain patient and informed, as currency changes typically happen gradually and are influenced by many global and domestic factors. For holders and potential investors, staying updated on policy announcements and market trends is essential. This is a moment to watch closely, as the developments in 2025 could lay the foundation for the Iraqi dinar's future stability and growth.